welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin with my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at the Panthers in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
They'll be led out by the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2019, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
I'm not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
Here we go.
Tannehill to the air right off the bat.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill
got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Panthers ready to go here as they take the field on offense, led by a 3rd-round rookie out of Mississippi, Matt Corral.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
The Panthers at 6-3 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Corral with it on first down.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw again on second down. Corral. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early than often. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, Corral. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On second and 10.
Corral, they'll run this.
And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper. 17 yards, first down.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll go option on second down, right side. The 20. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 7-yard line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off.
Isabella now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard.
17 carries, 105 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes.
Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Corral.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Second and 7. On second down, a run with Patterson.
Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Here's Tannehill.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
The Falcons and Panthers, of course, division rivals. It wasn't a great year for either offense last year, that's for sure. Look at the final numbers. The Falcons, they were 29th in the league in total yardage. The Panthers were 30th. Certainly both looking for an uptick here in 2022.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Tannehill.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On fourth down, Tannehill. And it's in. They could not convert, and they turn it over. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Here's Corral on first down. There's Trimble, the tight end.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Third down, Corral.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's a throw to him, and he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill.
Got a man, it's London.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Tannehill throwing again. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. They got his man, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Tannehill. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Tannehill. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's got room at the 30.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Corral to throw on 1st and 10. That's to Marshall on the quick slant. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Let's go.
Working with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Corral.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. 4th down, Corral looking to throw it.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to Rob.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Checks this down to Hubbard. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Corral. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Terrace Marshall as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter. But you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit. Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard to about the 48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw complete there to Moore. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll go down at the 28. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Corral on first down. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. Touchdown!
Chuba Hubbard, 28 yards. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a pickup of 6.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Corral with it, first down here.
Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal. Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get out.
And this time he is in.
Chuba Hubbard.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Panthers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
This time the extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now an option play on second down.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Patterson.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
From the 39,
Corral. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Corral looking to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hubbard. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Corral. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of...
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Odell Beckham, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So that winds up a 7.
told. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Falcons ready to take over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Now Patterson to start the drive.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long.
Here's Patterson again.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
That's taken it around the 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
And even 100 yards on the ground for him so far.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
On the give, this is Hubbard.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Right back to Hubbard.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to put him a touchdown and a two-point conversion up. Gonzalez's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 8. At time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Here's Tannehill.
Complete to Zacchaeus. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Throwing Tannehill.
His throw incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job for knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Tannehill.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now Tannehill. And caught by London. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Cobb.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Tannehill to throw.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a two-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's two-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get in. The two-point conversion is good. And we may be on our way to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. You think back to halftime, they were close to being written off. They faced the deficit, and now here's we begin overtime. They're one drive away from a comeback victory.
Think about where they started and how far they've come back from. And look, you and I both know that when we talk with coaches, most of the time they don't say that momentum is something that factors into how they coach a ball game, because they say each game is its own entity. But within a game, I think they all believe in momentum, and they certainly have it going on their direction right now.
On the ground, it's Hubbard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 141 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB in overtime. It's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Starting to put together a nice drive. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Corral here, working from the gun. And pass complete to Moore.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
They'll run with Hubbard.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
On 3rd down, Corral.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they could at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one, so you look over the sideline. There's the head coach saying, heck, kick it, field goal time.
So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? If overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before.
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. London hauls this one in. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. A gain there of 21 yards. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 34. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially get out of here with a tie. And his kick is good. A gut-wrenching moment, but he's able to bang it through from long distance. And they match an earlier OT field goal with one of their own. Just a big-time kick there from a big-time kicker.
I like how you use big-time because we usually say that about position players, don't we? Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Well, that goes for kickers as well. And guess what? We're on to sudden death now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the